In this video, I'm participating in the Back to School Tag for 2019. What is the Back to School Tag? Stick around and find out. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Karen if you're new here, and I enjoy cooking, cleaning, home decor, and more. So if you're interested in that type of content, I would love for you to subscribe. So hit that subscribe button right down below and make sure that you tap the notification bell right next to it, because I don't want you to miss any of the videos that I have coming up. And if you're a return subscriber, welcome back. All right guys, today I'm participating in the Back to School Tag for 2019, and it's being hosted by Cheryl of Miss Cheryl's Place and me, Everyday Living with Karen Jeter. Cheryl and I have decided to get together to host this Back to School Tag for 2019. Now, Back to School Tag is a video where we come on and we answer questions on how we prepare our children and grandchildren for back to school. Now we're going to have 16 questions that we're going to be answering in this tag, and at the end of the video I'm going to be tagging 3 beautiful sisters right here on YouTube. Alright guys, so before I get started, my husband and I, we have 2 children. Our daughter, she's not my biological daughter, my husband's daughter, but she is our daughter. Her name is Shatara, and she is grown. She's out of school and she's all grown up and working, and she's doing well. And then we have our son Steven, and he is a middle schooler. All right, so these questions are actually going to be pertaining to how we prepare Steven for back to school. All right guys, so let's go ahead and get started with these questions. Question number 1, if you're a working parent or guardian, do you have a sick plan in place if your child becomes ill? Yes, we do. And that plan is to not get sick. I'm kidding. I am just kidding, guys. But yeah, we do have a plan in place. If Steven does get sick, 9 times out of 10, one of us will be home with him if he is sick. My husband works on the road, but he's home like every other day. So if it happens to be on the day that he's home, then, my husband will be home with him. But if not, then I'll either have to stay home with him, while he's sick. But to be honest with you guys, it happens. It's very rare that it happens. Steven does not get sick that often. So we are very, blessed and fortunate that that doesn't happen. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with that very often. And if he gets sick at school, then, one of us will, pick him up and bring him home early. But like I said, that does not happen very often. So I'm very grateful and thankful for that. Okay, question number 2. Do you establish a nighttime routine such as earlier bedtimes and preparing lunches the night before? Yes, we do. As far as bedtimes go, Steven goes to bed earlier than he does during the summer months, of course. He stays up pretty late during the summer. But while school is in session, he usually gets into bed by 9:30, between 9 and 9:30. And usually when he lays down and goes to bed, he's asleep right away. Because, the kids get up so early and it's such a long day. They're tired at night when they go to bed. At least our son is tired. And yes, we do prepare lunches the night before. It's just a lot easier to prepare the lunches at night than it is to, get up in the morning and be rushing around trying to get it. So we prepare lunches the night before. We lay our clothes out the night before. All of that is done. So when we get up in the morning, we hit the ground running and we're on our way. Okay, question number 3. How do you keep up with all the school forms that come home the first week of school, and do you have a filing system in place? All right, so back to school night is when we get all of the forms. Usually we get all of the forms on back to school night. So when I get home from back to school night, I start working on the forms that night throughout the rest of the week. So by the time school starts the following week, that following Tuesday, then Steven can take all of the forms back to school with him, and they're all in a folder, and he takes them back to school with. Now, as the filing system goes, I do keep a binder, and I'm sorry I didn't bring the binder so that I could show you guys, but I do keep a binder, and in that binder, I have it in sections for each subject that Steven is taking, and I have also sections for the school calendar, the school menu and for his physical forms for like his immunizations when he has to try out for sports or something like that. So all of that stuff is kept in that binder each year. And as far as each subject goes, you know, when he brings his test papers home, they go in the binder so that we can keep those for review. Now, Stephen also has a filing cabinet in his room, you know, at his desk. And so he'll keep some homework papers in there so that when he needs to go back and review for like SOLs and stuff like that, he knows where those papers are. He can put his hands on them. So that's the kind of filing system that we use. Question number 4, I answered 3 questions. I'm sorry, I should be saying question 1, question 2. So that was question 3. Question number 4 is, do you have boys or girls or both in school? We have one boy in school, and he's in middle school. This is last year of middle school. He'll be going to high school next year. All right, question number 5. Are you a parent of students or a grandparent, and are you helping to take care of students? So we are parents of students. We don't have any grandkids yet. All right, question number 6. What are the ages of your students and their grade? Stephen is 12. He'll be 13 next month, and he is a rising 8th grader. All right. Question number 7. Is your student homeschooled or in a charter or military school? Stephen is in public school. He's been in public school since he started kindergarten. All right. Question number 8. Does your student attend a school that requires a uniform or regular clothes? And student attends public school and they do not require a uniform. He wears regular clothes. And to be honest with you, I'm not opposed to uniforms. It's either way, I'm okay with it. They don't have to wear a uniform. And to be honest with you, to me, it's easier to wear a uniform because you don't have to worry about what you're going to put on every day. But no, they don't require a uniform. He wears his regular clothes. Question number 9, how do you spend your mornings or afternoons with your child or grandchild? So the mornings are kind of hectic. We're moving pretty fast in the morning. So we're getting our breakfast, making sure that we have our backpacks and lunches and everything by the door. So when we go out the door, we're moving pretty quick. So afternoons are a lot less hectic because I usually get home before Stephen does. And I have a snack for him. So when he comes in, he can eat a snack and chill out for a minute before we start with homework. So afternoons are a lot slower pace and it's a lot better in the afternoons for us. Okay, question number 10. Does your child have any extra activities after school, such as sports, cheering, Girl Scouts, etc.? Stephen plays basketball and he's in the band. So after school, he has practice for basketball, and then sometimes, of course, band practice. All right, question number 11. How do you prepare your home for back to school? For example, meal prep, bedtime, earlier bedtimes, or organization. So yeah, meal prep is a big thing, and that does cut out a lot of stress, preparing meals on the weekends and then freezing them. So all you have to do is pull them out of the freezer and heat them up. So I do try to do that sometimes on the weekend. And some nights we may have sandwiches or a salad. Sometimes we try to keep it simple during the week. I cook a lot more on the weekend, but sometimes I do meal prep on Sunday and prepare, like there's a particular snack that Stephen likes, and that's one of the questions further down that he likes, and I do prepare that on Sunday evenings so that he can have that for the week. So meal prep is big, and organization. I think I told you about the binder that I use. That binder helps a lot, and I also have a calendar specifically for Stephen's activities, separate from my calendar. So I keep a calendar. So I have my calendar, I have Stephen's calendar. So that helps a whole lot with organization. Question number 12 is, how do you spend your mornings or afternoons with your child or grandchild? Mornings, like I said, are really hectic. We're moving pretty fast, so we just have enough time to get breakfast, and then we're out the door. He's out the door to school, and we're out of the door for work. Afternoons, after Stephen gets his snack, then, I always ask him how his day goes. We just conversate about his day at school. And then we start on homework. And he's pretty independent when it comes to homework, but I'm always here. We're always here if he needs help with his homework. So that's how we spend our afternoons. And while I'm preparing dinner in the kitchen, he's working on his homework. And so if he has questions, I'm right here to help him with that. Question number 13. When do you help with homework, before or after dinner? So I usually help with homework before dinner. It's just easier for us to work on homework before dinner. So sometimes he's working on homework while I'm actually in the kitchen preparing dinner. He's at the dining room table doing his homework. But we like to do that before we sit down for dinner. And then after dinner, if he has a test coming up, we do review questions and that type of thing right after dinner before bedtime. Question number 14. Do you have a routine chart for your children? For example, chores that they have to do when they get home from school. I used to have a routine chart for Steven, but now that he's a little older, I don't have a chart per se. He just knows that he needs to take the trash out, keep his room clean. Of course, that's a given. And then after dinner, he'll help with the dishes. If I wash them, then he'll dry them. For the most part, it's basically keeping your room clean, taking out the trash, and helping with dishes after dinner. Question number 15. Does your student pack lunch, or do they buy lunch at school? Steven packs lunch every day, just about. I still print out the menu, and he looks at it the night before to see if there's something on there that he may want to buy. But Steven has a peanut allergy. He's allergic to nuts, so he has to be really careful with, menu options and that type of thing. He packs lunch every day in that, and he knows not to share any snacks at school with any of his friends. It's just the way it is when you have an allergy. You have to be really careful. And the last question is, question number 16, what type of after school snack, if any, do you prepare for your child? And yes, I prepare homemade oat bars. We call them oat bars, but they're like granola bars. I prepare those for Steven because they are nut free. It's hard to find a granola bar that does not contain nuts. Most of the granola bars that I've seen have nuts in them, so I had to resort to making my own. So that's one of his favorite snacks, and I'm going to do a video on those oat bars really soon, so look for that coming up. But I do prepare that every week, so he has oat bars throughout the week to pack in his snack, along with other snacks that he likes, but that's his favorite. And I like it too, so I make sure that we have enough, because I like to put those oat bars in my yogurt, so they're really good. So I'm definitely going to share that video with you guys, that recipe. Now I am going to tag 3 of my beautiful YouTube sisters. Love Always Angie at Love Always Angie, Debra over at Therapeutic Designs by Debra, and Mrs. V. You 3 ladies have been tagged. And Mrs. V, I know today is your birthday. Happy birthday, Mrs. V. So I know you're all celebrating your birthday, but when you get back, you've been tagged. So we want all of you 3 ladies to share with us how you prepare your children, grandchildren for back to school. And you guys out there, let me know how you prepare your children for back to school. Let me know in the comments down below, because it could be something that's beneficial to me that I could use. So I'm really interested in knowing how you prepare your kids for back to school. So put them in the comments down below. All right, guys, and I hope that this video was helpful in some way and that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and share. All right, and so I will make sure and put the playlist to this tag. I'll make sure and put the playlist right down below as well, so that you can go and check out all the other participants in the back to school tag. And I'd like to thank my beautiful co-host, Cheryl of Miss Cheryl's Place, for co-hosting this back to school tag with me. Cheryl, I really enjoyed it, so I hope that we can co-host this tag again next year. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. And remember to always live your life to the fullest every day. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.